Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris Farah, and today we're absolutely thrilled to be talking about Sister Wives. It's the season 20.
Love
It's
it.
episode 1, and this, honey, is a very special recap with Amy Archer of Little Miss Recap.
Hi,
Hi.
Chris. Thanks for having me.
Oh, what
Very
a joy.
excited to talk about this. I mean, can you believe we are in season 20?
No.
I mean, I'll watch till season 57,
Yes.
but phew,
Yes. I
what
mean, we have
more
to
are
get
they
the
going to give us?
kids.
I don't know.
I mean, we're going to have to jump into the kids' lives.
Yeah.
They have a lot of them.
Which kids, though? It's going
Maddie
to
wants
depend
it.
on.
Maddie and the farm. Let's be honest.
My watching will depend on which kids we're talking about. I
You're
could
right.
watch Maddie and the farm. I could watch that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. But other kids have to step up to the plate also. It can't just be one kid.
Yeah. I'd
And
like some Gwendolyn. I would like to know what's going on over there.
Totally.
I'm interested in her.
And it can't be Peyton.
No. And none of Robin and Cody's kids. No. Not interested.
But Ari wants it so bad.
Yeah. I do have some hope for Brianna. I call her Fiona Apple because I feel like she's got a little rebellious spirit in her.
Funny. She does look like Fiona Apple a little
and
bit.
She might come out. She might break out and burn it all down. That would be fantastic.
Oh, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm super excited about this also because season 20, talking about a long time. We've been talking about this show for a long time.
Yes. Yeah. It's a date long overdue.
Yeah. It's true. Before we even jump into this is what I wanted to talk to you off camera about. And then I was like, well, why? Also, you're watching Special Ops, right?
Special Forces.
Okay, well, Special Forces. Sorry, that's why when I kept looking at it, I was like, "It's Special Ops, it's Special Forces," and then it has another like World's Hardest something or other,
World's Toughest Test or something stupid. Yeah, it's just a show. We're only covering it obviously because Cody's on it. Otherwise,
Are you covering that actual show too?
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Wait, where? Just tell me where everything is. Like, so this is on your Patreon only, or
all my Sister Wives stuff is on my Patreon. But this week, Special Forces and this episode are on free for everybody to try before you buy. But Special Forces is like, are you a Gen Xer or are you younger than me?
I'm a little younger than you, but I appreciate that.
Okay, all right.
But I'm here for that pop culture, so I know everything.
Are you an elder millennial?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you'll get this reference.
Yeah.
Special Forces feels to me like the Scared Straight program of the 80s and 90s.
Absolutely.
Like you thought if you were smoking in junior high and got caught, that's where you would end up. And now we have people signing up for it willingly and people are screaming at them, drowning them, putting their face in mud. I don't know.
They're on like high definition TV, and none of these people have ever been on that. It's quite a different look from Bravo to, Fox, Grit.
It's a journey. And I'm covering it with my friend Axel, and he's a big Bravo watcher. So he had to fill me in on who everybody was. I literally just knew Cody. So here we are.
Oh my God. I mean, I haven't watched Bravo in a long time, but even I know Teresa, Gia, and then Brittany Cartwright's on it. There's a lot of there's obviously random people. I was like Nick Young, Jesse Smollett.
Smollett, I did know. Yes.
When Jesse Smollett, yes, as you're saying, what happens is immediately they get put to the ground, and then there's someone in their face just Scared Straight. And the way they have to put on a fake character poker face of being hard and who is and who is not is watchable TV.
Yeah, and then the staff, the drill sergeants, they call them staff or DS or something.
Yes.
The one is bloodthirsty. I think he's going to murder someone. We're going to see a murder.
There's one that's hot and one that's not, right?
Correct. The one that's hot is a little bloodthirsty. I'm like, this could go many different directions.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting to really care so much about Gia, but I'm really obsessed with watching Gia on it.
And Teresa's doing well too. I mean, she's just kind of putting her head down, doing what she's told. They put her on latrine duty. She's doing it.
We know that she, has probably the biggest training for this.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know anything about her.
Oh, she went to jail.
Oh, I didn't know she went to jail yet. Axel filled me in on all of that.
Only that to say, Scared Straight's about going to jail.
Yeah.
She's already been.
Yeah. They were locking up middle schoolers in the 90s. That's what we lived through.
I know the people that failed the DARE program.
Yeah, you
That
went to
talked
jail.
back, they couldn't give a they gave a warm shoulder to the fucking drugs, and they went right to okay. So
Oh.
as we get into season 20, obviously this is picking up on, you know, the deciment the whatever what has been decimented of the sister wives fantasy that we had been given, and we have seen like Robin and Cody go through barrels of emotions, and Cody trying to come to grips with his failures while still not taking any accountability and being mad, but knowing that it makes him look worse. And then, and also it doesn't make him happy. And then the entire world trying to figure out Robin's end game and what her like, you know, deep-seated fantasies and wishes and desires are. And then obviously Christine came out with a book, and, you know, as we've talked about, Janelle has a farm, and Meri is marrying it up. I mean, we're gonna, but this is where it picks up. Robin says that, you know, obviously it's a mess, and with Cody, sometimes it's a roller coaster, you know, but his first scene is doing dad hardcore for Ari and Solomon.
Yeah.
The only young kids he has left, and he only likes young kids.
And the only that sounded disturbing.
Yeah, no. Like Michael, yeah.
The only tenders that he has ever given a shit about, because we read Christine's book, she had to beg him to put their kids in bed at night, and he refused. But if you remember, most of the seasons he had to run over to Robin's in the morning to get their kids ready for school. And my question has always been, what is Robin doing? What is she doing?
Yes.
What is she doing? I don't know. She's just sleeping or something, playing with her dolls.
The hold Robin and therefore Ari has on that man is like to be studied for someone who is so caveman and barbaric. And yes, the dolls specifically. I will say this other thing about the 90 Day Fiancé producers and Sister Wives producers know what they're doing when they give us Easter eggs in the composition of scenes.
Yeah.
So you brought up the dolls. Now, if you're watching this, you're a Sister Wives fan, you know this already, but for some reason, if you don't, the dolls reference the fact that people online combed in their thirst for Robin's like true, under the veneer, her true self. They combed her Etsy account and found that she had spent, or reviews or something, I'm not quite sure exactly how it happened, but they found a lot of money. They found that she had spent like either $30,000 or $60,000 in clothes, accoutrements, doll clothing for what seems like a vast collection of dolls. And then we've seen pictures of the dolls, and the producers have put them in the shots.
I think it's next week when we get them in front of their painting on the car, and Cody's like, "Oh, I got an email from a woman." Okay, whatever. There's a doll right behind her in the curio cabinet. I think was it this week or next week? I think it's next week.
It's next week, but they've already shown the scene, because the producers know that doll is winking at us.
That doll is looking through. She is looking at our soul. She's just dolls creep me out. Robin creeps me out. It all tracks.
God, I'm like, is there some voodoo shit? Is there some, you know, I don't know. Is there something with the dolls?
I don't know. If you notice though,
what?
The first thing we get from Robin this episode is, I am a victim. Like, this is the new, she's always been the victim stance. It was always, they didn't accept me. They didn't accept me. Now it's, we are living monogamy and we don't want to. We were forced into this. This is the new victim stance.
Yep. And I love that because Meri has a side for it. Like Meri basically to that, because the producers do a great job of having Robin or Cody say something fucking bananas and then right away going to one of the other wives or all three to get their like snapshot reactions.
Yeah, because no one can be in a scene together anymore. Right. So we always have to, it's always just a lot of cross-cutting.
Yes. But I don't mind.
I don't mind it.
Because before, if they were in a scene together, they would never speak their true mind.
I agree.
So I'd much rather now I get to have Meri hear that and then be like, well, I think it's really fucked. Well, this is my interpretation, but this is kind of what she said. I think it's really fucked up of Robin to really prioritize her happiness, her peace, her love over mine. Why do I have to suffer? And this is basically what we saw, and which was always our question. Why do I have to suffer and bleed to be in a shitty situation for the rest of my life when you both are obviously very happy and have no problem just spending all of your time together being in fucking bliss? And I have to just watch from the sidelines in order to make sure that your idea of heaven happens for you. I just want to make sure that's what it is.
Chris, let me tell you something.
What? Tell me.
Do you know how refreshing it would be if Meri actually said that straightforward? We need you as the Meri interpreter, like Obama's anger interpreter.
Oh my God.
You need to be the Meri interpreter, because she just speaks in these like Mel Robbins riddles all the time that I don't even know what she's talking about half the time.
Which is funny you should say that, because Mel Robbins was just like Christine to me. I'm like, how do they even know?
She does.
They are the exact same person.
You're right. I get a lot of pushback for my kind of disdain against Meri, but I can't help it. I just can't.
No, not I don't mind a little disdain against Meri, because the catfish situation was so fucking hilarious.
The catfish situation was the least offensive thing she's done. It was the wet bar, the house, all of it, and the worthy up, and the
LuLaRoe.
That's fine, because I feel like she's legitimate with that. But like trying to start pretty much a wellness / mental health empire when it's so clear she has not gone to a day of therapy is wild to me. Wow.
Yeah.
She's read a few books. That's it.
You're right. But she hasn't read Christine's. She won't.
See, I disagree. I think they all read it the minute it came out, and they'll never admit it.
Okay. I do like that. You're right. You're right. Because how she knows. Okay. You're absolutely right.
If I said to you, your ex has written a tell-all book,
I'd kill him.
You'd kill him.
I would read it.
You'd read the
book.
I'd read it. Yes.
I wouldn't kill him. Yeah. So basically we get a little shot. I mean, listen, we get a little bit of like cutting to everyone, because Cody's like, sometimes I talk to Janelle, but I struggle to talk to Meri, and I only text Christine for, basic truliness, and that's fucking it. Christine is like really into Tuscan cuisine, is making Tuscan bean soup. Like David says he loves her soup in the wintertime. We're like, this is
riveting content. Riveting.
This is horrible. David has a chin beard that's straight and white and like a rectangle. I would do anything just to like, can you do Christine something in the middle of the night just to be like, oh, I fell. Get rid of that fucking shit. You can, Christine.
Yeah.
David is funny, and obviously this is a great season opener. We're going to talk about some of the warmth and sort of comfortability everyone has found in their new lives in order to also let loose in the grand scheme of now that we let the shit fly, because we hardly ever film with each other, and so we don't really know what it's like to like what we're saying, which is great. But we're getting a lot of him. He doesn't really say emotions with the E in front of it. He mostly says motions.
David's a mumbler. He's a mumbler. It's okay. Like he can't even pull his pants all the way on. So like he doesn't do anything fully. He can't articulate fully what he's trying to say. I go back and forth on David. I really, really, really like him for Christine. I think he's a perfect fit.
Yes.
But we saw a little bit of David acting like Cody in this episode.
Yes, we did.
And I was like, okay.
Yes, we did. And then we saw, oh, Christine, you are 10 toes down on a certain type. She but we talk a lot about Garrison in this episode. There's a lot of like this is a huge great episode, and it's hard, I feel like, for the producers and story editors get everything in a cohesive episode, because again, you have so many people, so many thoughts, emotions, and we touch on so many things. But besides the fact that we're going to go into some of the beautiful Garrison memorials, Meri's storyline is that she is still at her Airbnb steaming clothes, and she's trying to meet men. Obviously, Meri only has Jen to film with right now.
Jen is great. I love Jen.
I like Jen too. I wonder though, I feel like they are, which is totally fine, high all the time. I think they're gummy. I feel like they take a lot of high gummies and giggle all day long.
I don't think they're that cool. Not that I'm saying you have to take drugs to be cool.
I know what you're saying, but they giggle all the time about the stupidest shit. Anyway, but
I just think they're really immature.
I guess it's true, but just sometimes I'm like, you guys are just like little, I don't know, like I just can't imagine that's as funny as you think it is. But
can we all agree that just Jen is the best part of Meri? Like, I wouldn't even watch Meri's segments if Jen wasn't in them.
Half of me watching Meri's segments is to be like, what stage are her eyebrows at?
And the hair. And I don't have great hair. Okay, I'm not throwing shade there, but she just needs a makeover. She is a beautiful girl. She just needs a makeover.
She does. You know, there's something about Meri that I do find like watchable only because like either her voice or her eyes or like how the catfish thing really got me, you know, like I'll always be into her because of the catfishing. It's so crazy. I do wish that Leon would be like more available though, you know.
That's the thing with Meri. Like, I feel like I could come around to Meri and be really intrigued in her storyline if there was an ounce of her being genuine. Like, I just feel like nothing is genuine with her. Like, I just saw just before we got on, she put out like a social media video where she's talking about the catfish. And I'm like, this is what you need to be talking about. Like, talk about the catfish in the room.
What'd she say?
Well, she was talking about like what a dark time that was for her and leading up to it and coming out of it. Like, it was interesting.
Yeah.
I was like, this is the Meri that I could really like. Somebody who is authentic. Because you've signed up for a reality television show.
Yeah. That's so interesting. I wonder like what precipitated her to start talking about. Obviously the season premiere happened last night. I wonder like, yeah, I wonder
maybe she's like, wow, everybody else, you know, kind of tells the truth. Well, aside from Robin and Cody. So maybe I need to start doing it.
I know. So basically, you know, the other thing that's like hanging in the air is Coyote Pass. They have to like do Coyote Pass. And what it seems is that Cody is dragging his feet and either getting all the paperwork together or the financials or wanting to sell it. And in doing so, the other women are just waiting for him to do that. But at the same time, the fact that he has to either do X, Y, and Z, he holds against the women and therefore doesn't want to do that because he feels like that is work for them.
Yeah, because they haven't been kind. Can I curse?
Yeah.
Fuck this guy. I hate him. I hate him.
Yeah, what a wonderful villain.
And
I mean, bad because he's a real person, but I mean, villain in the full.
Real easy to hate. Real easy to hate. He has not, when he said that, like, so what the whole thing is I guess he claims Janelle left some things on Coyote Pass from when she lived in the RV, but when they showed it, it looked like it was Cody's stuff because he's always out there like peeling logs or doing stupid shit. And he's like, they're waiting for me to clean it up, but they haven't been kind. And it's this narcissistic, like everybody has to come to me on my terms in my house with my wife. And like, I was stunned that he still has not made any progress with the rest of his children. Nope, nothing.
Yeah, like
he lost a child.
Robin knows it looks bad, so she says things like, I try and help him talk to his kids, and he won't. The excuses that she makes for him at all times and in every way, oh, you're kind of being a pig there. Like, it's so... That's why I like to really understand, like to really... I wish I knew her true motivation, like what she truly thinks at the core of everything. Like,
I think she's... What is that saying? The dog that catches the car? I think she caught the car. And she doesn't know what to do with it. That's saying like you get what you wanted. She's got Cody all to herself now. All of his attention, all of his craziness is focused on her. And she's just kind of walking around like, oh my God, what have I done? And I'm here for it. I'm here for all of it.
Okay. So then in that vein, do you think that she wants to go back into a polygamous relationship?
No.
Right. Nope. Why?
Nope.
Because I agree with you, and I agree with what you said before. But then I guess because A to B would be that she would want to then do that because then she would want fucking Cody to like have a little fucking away time from her. But at the same time, we both know that's not true. She doesn't. She's too jealous. She'd be too angry. Like, that's, but
so let's
so
go
what does she
back.
want?
Let's go back to this guarantee thing. She always talked about this, that she would do it again if she had a guarantee. She wishes there's a guarantee. Our friend Dr. Adam always says Robin's whole thing is she likes to be first amongst equals. There's no equals if she's not in polygamy. So I think she wants a guarantee that she would do polygamy if it could be a guarantee that she remains the favorite wife. She can't do it in any other way. Right. So I don't think they'll do it because there's no such thing as a guarantee for that. I mean, what are you talking about? She was more than happy to have Meri hang on because she was favored over Meri, obviously.
Yeah.
And she was still a polygamist. Yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. And so what, unfortunately, and this is like the most toxic part of me, okay? Because I'm a female and you're a female and Robin's a female, is that at my core, I want so badly for him to bring on another wife and for slowly that wife to become his favorite and for us to watch it in the next 30 seasons. Like that is, and I mean to say that, a toxic part of me. To say
I agree with you 100% because I feel bad for the woman that this would happen to. But I also feel
she'd be the new favorite wife. But then, we would see her then have to deal with Cody. Right.
I feel like Cody's going through something, though. I feel like he is in a midlife crisis. I feel like he's really feeling himself because even though this is going to make me very sick to say, he's in very good shape for his age.
I'm mad. I know. When he's on that show, obviously, but once he got on that show, I was like, well, this is one step to Dancing with the Stars. I think we're going to see him on Dancing with the Stars.
Oh God. But I think he is looking, oh God, why am I saying these things? He looks better than he has in a while. Okay. Aside from the hair, put the hair aside.
I don't know. Why do you because I haven't really paid that much attention to his body. Did he go out of shape and then get back in shape?
Yeah, he's been working on it and he's like ripped up. Oh God.
No.
Anyway, my point is he's like in a very different place than Robin is, and you can tell. And not only that, he constantly needs his ego fed, and they're getting to the point where Aurora and Brianna will be moving out eventually. I mean, they got to be close to 30 here. They're going to be leaving. Like all the people who adore Cody are moving on. And he's going to need somebody to adore him because he can't survive without that.
Yeah.
And I think Robin is a lady of a certain age. She's tired. She doesn't want to put up with this shit anymore.
So I just want to hear is the end. So you think what? Therefore, she's going to leave him. He's going to cheat on her. I
think he's either going to cheat on her or put a lot of pressure on her to bring another wife in.
Yeah.
Or just lash out in other ways, like act like a maniac in some weird way. And maybe this special forces thing is part of that.
I mean, what should happen is that he should meet he should meet some woman and then flirt with her and then hardcore press Robin to, meet with this woman. And then if Robin is at all off standing, be like, well, you know how they were with you. You got to give her a chance. God. And then, I just really want it. I wanted to watch because, there's that adage, like you lose them how you get them. And so I do kind of unfortunately want to see that. And I also
there'll be a systematic dismantling of their family is what you're saying? Because that's what Robin and Cody did. Yeah.
Christine and Janelle and Meri can then get the commentary and be like a box in the corner as we see those scenes happen.
I would love it. I would love it so much. From your lips to God's ears. Let's put it on our wish boards, people. Let's do whatever we need to do. Manifest it.
Yeah, absolutely. Talk about, manifesting dreams. We get a beautiful scene of, first of all, North Carolina. And that's what brings everyone together, which then Janelle's like, everyone's coming to North Carolina, which, by the way, I love North Carolina and it looks gorgeous. There's 4 seasons here. And it's kind of the opening up things, and I'm getting used to it. I really want to meet people at community events, she says, in classes or at a coffee shop making cinnamon. I was like, oh, at a coffee shop. She's making cinnamon rolls with Maddie. And the kitchen looks great. Maddie has a great hair color. Sometimes Maddie's hair has been neglected, which as women, we have done that for ourselves.
I mean, I got a stripe going on right now, so I get it.
She so there's another like hair color. When we jump to Meri's speed dating, the woman who's running Meri's speed dating has like a wild hair color choice. But all I'm gonna say is I said I'm gonna pay attention to hair color, and Maddie's is blended and beautiful, and the subway tile in her kitchen looks great. And we get to see Janelle unleash some true thoughts about David, which we talked about. David is, she says, charming, but overly confident. Yeah. And Christine gets right away a rebuttal, which is that, he is confident. I like confident men. I like someone who thinks they can do it. And Andy, Cody was overly confident as well. And we're like, we see that connection.
Yeah.
We see that too. Yes, we thank you for picking up what we're screaming in our heads.
Yeah.
And what had happened was Maddie, I guess, when everyone's around, it's like, I'm low-key like training for a marathon. And David must have been like, I run marathons all the time with his pot belly. And then Maddie was like, sure you do, David. And maybe like, David, I can still beat you. What happened? And then they run. And Janelle is like, there's no way that David's going to beat Maddie. And we're like, all right, Janelle. You must have filmed this after. So you know what you're talking about. You just said that he thinks he's egotistical. What a great fake out. Because what the fuck happens, Amy? What happened?
David runs in his little Lee jeans. And he beats her. And I'm like, what? He does have longer legs than her.
Sure.
And I don't know. I felt this is 100% something Cody would have done.
Yes.
And don't get it twisted. Christine loved Cody. Like she was very drawn and attracted to Cody.
Of course.
I think if Cody had treated her with a modicum of respect and was a decent father, she would 100% still be in that marriage. So it makes sense to me that she would be attracted to somebody who's a less toxic version of Cody.
You are so right, Amy. And I think that's low key underneath why it was so shocking that she was the first to go.
Yeah, she loved him.
And I guess in my mind, we thought, Meri, he hates you and you already tried to leave him. So we don't understand why you won't leave. Janelle, we never listen, I don't mean to speak for everyone, like the collective sister wife audience, but I think that we were like, Janelle, do you guys even really bone? And she's had to even be like, I'm not asexual, which is fine. Anyway, obviously, anyone could be asexual, but this is obviously the words from Janelle's mouth. We didn't feel a strong sexual bond between Janelle and Cody, even though they've talked about such a thing. And she's like,
they had a renaissance in Vegas, don't forget.
So they've said. So, but we obviously have always seen Christine like hang on Cody, in the way that Robin obviously does. And so we knew that Christine was obsessed with him, which made everything that he said about Christine even more deplorable, cruel and harsh. Like the fucking nacho shit and everything.
Yep. He was terrible to her. Yeah. And the bar, I feel like, was real low. All he had to do was be nice to her. Like, that's pretty easy.
He couldn't be warm or affectionate towards her.
Nope.
And he's just a horrible actor. And again, like, no one thought that anyone else, Robin and Cody didn't think that anyone was worthy of love.
Yeah. And my whole thing with Cody is, Christine talks about in her book, and Janelle said it on air, and Meri, I think, that Cody is very obsessed with looks. He's very vain. He's very materialistic. He likes things that look pretty. And I think, and I don't want to talk about Robin's body or anything like that, but she is a lady of a certain age, and she does not look like how she did when she came on the show. Let's just put it that way.
I agree.
And I wonder if he's going to put up with that, because he's an asshole.
He's like an incel red pill. Yeah, I know.
Who I can see saying to her, like, oh, I need a newer model, or in his head. You know what I mean? And
especially if he gets more famous and goes on other shows by himself.
Yeah, I worry about it.
The next, we're going to, so basically we get into this. Basically, okay, before we get into their date, Meri, we get the three storylines are this. Everyone's at Maddie's the farm, talking about the plans. We'll get into like some other Garrison memorials, which I guess I'll get into now, which is basically how lovely they're going to have a flower garden. They're building their homes. And they're also going to have a little boulevard called Bob's Boulevard, which is Garrison's nickname. We know Garrison had a lot of inside jokes, which makes sense, like all these kids together, that he loved Hawaiian shirts. And so they're going to like memorialize him. And it's like a really beautiful moment because truly this is like the family that is important coming together, talking about the actual important family things.
Yeah, I loved when Janelle talked about this. And I mean, she doesn't owe us anything. She doesn't owe us, her grief in any way. But I loved that we didn't just skip over Garrison's death like it never happened, which I was afraid they were going to do. Like, let's just keep going. But, Janelle says some really beautiful things about him that, mostly she has good days, but he's with her at night and she's, takes solace in the grandchildren. And I mean, and you have that juxtaposed with Maddie, like screaming, crying because she has no relationship with Cody and she's so disappointed in him. And these kids are everybody's hurting and it's hard to watch. And he can just pick up the phone and start the healing process with Maddie, and he refuses to do it.
The truth of the matter is they would have to, two things. A, I'm so happy they have each other. Like obviously watching Maddie talk to Leon was great. They have to grieve the idea of their father because he's not that. He's a narcissist asshole. Yeah. And so even if he was to pick up the phone and even if for a moment he tried to pacify him and Robin or the TV viewers like incessant need of him to be a good guy when at his core he's not, it would always come up again and erupt in some way where they realize that he is in fact who he is.
Yeah, and we see this a lot. Like, I think, and I'm going to speak from a very heteronormative position because that's how I live. So I'm just, there are exceptions to what I'm about to say.
Sure.
But I think when you're raising kids, I think as mothers, we tend to sell our kids the idea of their father, the image of their father, right? So like, I think when kids hit around 13, 14, 15, and they start to see, oh, like this is how my parents really are, one parent or another, whatever. So I think for Maddie, she was told as a young kid that Cody was this great dad because that's what Janelle told her. And that's what Christine told her. And that's what everybody said. And now, like once the rubber hit the road and she had to experience him one-on-one, she's like, he's not a good father. Like, what are you talking about? I always say those three women, Meri, Janelle, and Christine, they kept Cody honest. And the minute he was out of their sphere into Robin's, he was not the same person.
I completely agree. It almost feels like the show started at the end of the show, but the show should have happened when they were all living together in the home, right?
Yeah, that makes total sense. Yeah. It started at the end of the family, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we had these memories and videos of that. Like they would show us a lot of footage and content from before the show started to living in that.
Yeah.
I forget the name of the Hi-Ho house, or it's not Hi-Ho.
Oh, the Lehigh house.
I know exactly, Lehigh house.
Yeah. And it doesn't take much to convince a little kid that their parent is perfect.
Sure. Santa
we all see our parents that way.
A tooth fairy came in the middle of the night while you weren't sleeping and put money into your fucking kids are like blink blink, sure.
And all of this is to say, I think you're right. I think Maddie had this idea of him and now she has to reconcile what the truth is. It's hard to do.
But I think that there's a beauty in like building the farm, and I hope the best for them, and I hope it's not just like some like kind of like cosplaying scheme to make money, but I hope that it works out. It does look beautiful in that kind of way. And I do feel Janelle's bones when she said, I've always wanted this, because she again moved to that RV right out of the fucking Coyote Pass.
Yeah.
She is kind of like a mountain woman. No, she's kind of like a Western frontier woman in that way.
She is. She really is. She's like a Ray Drummond. Is that a pioneer person?
Yes. Yeah.
The pioneer woman,
Calamity Jade or something. Yeah. Like she's, Oregon Trail, honey. Yeah. She's just like hitching the wagon. She's not dying of dysentery. Not today, Satan.
She wants to be a homesteader. Yeah. That's what she wants. Yeah.
Yep. So then we get Meri, you know, obviously is wearing a red blazer. She snorts and says she needs a man, you know, who can deal with the snorts, which I felt in my fucking bones.
And
Should know you don't
Cody
like
said, I'll deal with Meri snorts. Okay. So like I said, Christine always loved Cody. I think Cody always loved Meri the most before Robin came around. I think he was
That's
just super
fascinating.
hot for Meri. I mean, in their book, Becoming Sister Wives, like they talk about, Janelle talks about like how much, and Christine does too, how much Meri and Cody were into each other.
I felt like they had more of like a best friend, brother and sister bond than sexual bond. I like didn't understand. I mean, you know, I didn't understand who was getting the sex thing. Really, always eluded me. As I'm trying to say, I always was like a
Well, I
little like
think
Inspector Gadget trying to find it.
the catfishing was the end of it for Cody because that was an ego death. So
yeah. I mean, so yeah, so basically, she also wants a tall man with kind eyes, and I personally don't understand why she's taking Jen speed dating. I think that it doesn't make sense. If you want then to have the scene, why you wouldn't just like go out on the town? Because also Jen, what is Jen going to do, to stand like a wallflower, be in a
just
corner
watch.
watching this? How awkward for you, you know? Like, it just felt weird, and also like, yes, it wildly immature, but also I didn't know if it was the producers kind of thing, like make something
probably
happen. Basically, then we get the dinner date where Cody and Robin go and talk. Now, I had taken a picture. Oh, I realized I didn't put it up yet. I'll have to go back and look at it. But I'm so sorry. I'm gonna do this in real time because it's gonna make me get mad. Because I didn't like this. I didn't like it. Okay, there it is.
Look at you.
No, I'm like mad.
Oh, I thought you were doing all technical stuff, which is
I am a little bit, in that it takes me a second to like hit talk and try and find a file at the same time. Wish I was like my own producer, like bring up the file, but no. Okay, so we're having a dinner date where they're going to talk. It's obviously upstairs. It's an ugly restaurant. There's to me
is that
like
woman taking a poop?
No, I know. It's like, what is this woman behind them in a picture doing? She has no pants on, red heels, and it looks like she's sitting on a black toilet, but it must be a chair. It's not like in a Fosse style way. It is confusing. But what is the worst part, Amy? It's a 4-top.
It is a 4-top, and
there are 4 seats at this table. They are in 2 seats.
And we have seen them before at a 1-on-1 at a 2-top, because when he gave her the David Yurman stuff for Valentine's Day last season, they were across from each other.
Yes.
Because I'm like, maybe it's a shooting thing. You know what I mean? Like they need them, but I don't know.
Obviously, the restaurant put them somewhere, if this is even a restaurant. But I mean, I see the POS station right there. They could have rolled it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Why did she put her bag where she put her bag?
Yeah, why wouldn't she hang it on the back of her chair?
Why wouldn't she put it on a seat? But her bag,
put it on a seat. Yeah.
Like how she feels about herself, which is indicative, is just on the floor.
Well, I could see her being freaked out that like a waiter would steal it. So she needs it right next to her.
All her precious monies for her precious Etsy dolls.
Yes. Her junk journal's in there.
What kind of journals?
Her junk journal.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Her junk journal. We get into, I have another picture of what I also think is a producer-led Easter egg, which is at one point she opens a drawer in their home and it has school supplies in it in such a haphazard way that like it feels like it was a choice.
I need to see that again.
Okay, look at it. It has so many sharpened pencils.
Stapler.
There's a stapler. There's scissors.
It's a mess.
It looks like everyone is at the brink.
And who has an old school scanner? Well, I guess you need one if you're a business person.
Maybe, yeah, for her sister wife's closet, because you know, I don't. Yeah, I think that this is probably to me the last. I think they're not going to last. I can't imagine the Cody and
I can't imagine. And I want to just, go back to what I said before, just to clarify something. I said, I'd feel bad if another woman came in or if Cody was doing something. The only reason I would feel bad is because I don't want to be put in a position where we have to feel sorry for Robin at all. I don't want that to happen in my life.
We won't. Well,
No.
we know it's coming to her.
Yeah.
Like at this point now, Cody says that he feels diminished in Robin's eyes, which is always bad news if he feels when he feels like his ego is down. And
Yes.
he's admitting to us
Yep.
that his ego is down with Robin and she is not. Because he's also hinted at feeling this last season too. She has not resurrected that yet. Cody and Robin right now are also blaming the other wives for making them monogamists.
Yes, of course. The sister witches.
Yeah, which is where Meri has said, like, how fucking dare you think that like I have to stay around, and the sister witches. And then we get Meri being like, well, of course he's gonna say bad words to put me down, and Janelle being like, ugh, what an asshole, and Christine being like, yeah, I fucking am, just like
Janelle released t-shirts today at janellesays.com that say sister witch.
Yeah, well, they got to do anything to raise funds for the farms, honey.
Yeah,
And the farm is not. I'll tell you what that Dakota Farms, whatever that farm site's going to do, it's not selling farm boxes of fresh produce.
No. Flower farm.
Yeah, but the dinner date starts with the subject of licking, and then for 5 minutes it feels like, but maybe it's 10 seconds.
No, it's 37 years.
It's the most sexual. Vulgar I've seen anyone on a TLC show be almost like, I mean, maybe not 90 Day Fiance, but
yeah, let's exclude the 90 Day Fiance.
All the sister wives kinds of shows.
For sister wives, this is certainly the only time I've ever heard one of them say sex. And Robin goes, "Are you talking about sex?" I was like, "What?" I gotta pull my shade down there.
Yeah, they were like, she was like, I don't mind you licking. Oh, for a moment, I kept thinking about you saying licking. Like, I could lick. I was like, what am I like getting? This feels like a bad
thank you, Daddy.
Hinge conversation happening from some person I'm about to unmatch.
Yes. I wish they would unmatch. That'd be great.
Oh my God. I like couldn't. That was crazy. But then basically Robin's like, yeah, so one of my healing members was talking and they asked me if we're going to start doing, I can't do that crazy accent. Their accent's so hard to do. And I'm just doing a bad Midwestern accent. And all I have to really do is just wait for them to say real,
Hill.
Really.
Hill and Journey, our Hill and Journey.
Yeah. Basically Robin's like, yeah, someone asked me if we're going to be polygamists. And Cody's like, what'd you say? And she said, I said, I don't know. And he's like, well, why'd you say that? She's like, well, I had to talk to you. And then Cody is left to, I guess, try and figure out what Robin wants.
Cody has once centered his entire life on giving Robin what she wants. I just don't see it anymore. I'm telling you, something is going on here. The power dynamic between them is shifting.
So basically he's like, yeah, I don't know. And she's like, I don't know. He's like, well, this is where we also get teased because we had gotten a preview where Cody basically is like, the only way I can bring another woman is if she's hot so I can fuck her. Like that's kind of what we got. But then basically he's like, yeah, I don't know if I can do it. And even now, I don't know what I'd be looking for. He says at the base, he would need this perfect person, this diamond in the rough, to be completely obsessed and bow down to Robin.
I have it, Chris.
I love you. Go ahead.
Okay. In order to be a sister wife candidate for Robin and Cody, one must give them a guarantee of loyalty. One must be an absolute diamond, super hot, adore Robin beyond all other people, take it seriously, no drama. You can't break Cody's heart, and you have to like Cody's licking.
I have so many questions, but like in a heteronormative way, do they think that in a heteronormative way, they're like the woman must love Robin above all?
It's so weird. So basically they want Meri of 2 years ago.
Right. That's why they loved Meri, I guess, because Meri was the one I very, very much loved Robin. Christine and Janelle hated Robin. So they were like, we need Meri because Meri but Cody didn't want to fuck Meri anymore.
Right. That was the problem.
There's the rub.
Yeah,
she's not hot enough. And she's not loyal enough because of the catfish thing.
Right. She's not loyal enough. I still think he'd be into her, but she's not loyal enough.
Yeah.
And there'd be no drama because she's never around and he never sees her.
Yeah.
She was the perfect one.
Yes. But the great news is that now that they put that out there is a sea of open ears, only too willing to pretend to give Robin exactly what Robin thinks she wants. Like, think about it, Amy. Like, let's just pretend in a world in which I was fiending to get on TV, which I kind of am. So actually, you can't imagine that. Okay.
Okay.
Not in a way that gets me on sitcom, but like, let's just pretend I was like a bananas person, either wanted to be in polygamous or just want to be in reality television, or was obsessed with Cody Brown, or obsessed with Sister Wives, or was like at the end of my rope and needed something, or just a hungry person. Whatever it is, that could just be like, oh,
I need a lifeline.
Yes. Where I was like, all I would have to do is slip into this blonde man's DMs, pretend to be obsessed with him, but really obsessed with Robin, but then know the angle I have to play, and then also be like, Christ hungry, blah.
Well, that's the thing. You have to be comfortable in the manosphere. You have to really, talk about
play a part.
Only listen to Alex Jones, Joe Rogan. Like, you got to really be into that stuff. Andrew Tate.
To me, it's like if you were all the things I said you were, and had some sort of belief system that made it okay for all of those things to exist in your daily life.
Sure.
Then you would just have to play a part. You would just have to cosplay. That's what I'm saying. It's like all you would have to do is pretend to Cody that you think he's the world greatest Superman, and pretend to Robin that at any given moment you will bow down and curtail to her until you have the balance in your favor. Like, that's all right. Like, all you have to do is so slowly cook both of them like frogs in a vat of cold water that you heat up so slowly they don't notice that they are cooked until you have fucking frog legs.
But what is the end game here? Like, do you get in and take it down from the inside? Is that what you're saying?
So at this point, your end game, I guess, could have been Robin's, which is to star in Sister Wives season 27.
27. Sure. Because this will take a few years. I think season 24, you could probably make it. Yeah.
Maybe Christine has paid you. Maybe Meri has paid you. Maybe Janelle has paid you.
Maybe I like this for you, Chris. I like this for you.
Oh God, but I've already said all this. I mean,
you could play a role. You could act the shit out of this. I like this for you.
I don't want to. I can't do it, but I want someone to do it so bad. I want to train them almost. Like, I'm just saying there are people that like do shit like this or have no options. And I'm just saying, if you are one of those people and you hear this call, make this your option for our benefit. Take this down.
Please do it. Please do it.
I'll say in this dinner scene, Robin looks great. Like, and I think that she has also, gone through different looks, and also an eyebrow up roller coaster,
This is the best we've seen her looking in a little bit. And she's also, I hate her guts, but this is the most we've heard from her in a long time too. Like in her confessional, she's talking more and stuff like that.
Yes. I wonder if it's because she knew how contentious the tell-alls would be last time. And so there had to have been a conversation where it's like, bitch, you have to talk it sometimes. So if you're not going to ever fucking talk, like when Suki is like asking you a question, then at least you're in your own confessionals. Have an opinion.
I think Cody and Robin both got a publicist. And I think this publicist said, Cody, for your redemption arc on this season, we're going to have you meeting with all the wives and you need to give them fake apologies. And Robin, you need to talk more so that people know who you are, because people don't know you. So they just create this, sense of you.
I don't know if people don't know me. I'm always looking at the camera.
I know.
Making a facial expression.
Like, we only know Robin when you think about it. We only really know her through Cody.
You're right. You're right. Robin does say this, I wrote down. Robin said that many men wanted to marry her.
Many.
Would have married her in a heartbeat. And these are just men that she was just hanging out with.
Yeah,
I mean, no, you know, never. Just hanging out with, and they had kids and she had kids. But the problem was
they didn't have other wives.
Yeah, they just wanted her. Of course, they were obsessed with her. They just wanted her, just like how Cody only wants her. Every man just only wants her. But she, at that moment, wasn't ready to live the monogamy life. And again, it goes back to how these horrible sister witches made her a monogamist, because her whole God-fearing life, she knew that she wanted to live a pure polygamous life.
Against her will, they made her a monogamist.
I mean, yeah, it's hard when so many men have pursued her.
Yeah, well, she was, you know, she looked like a Diesel Jeans
She was
model,
a Diesel Jean model, because she had done Diesel Jean modeling in a mall once.
Oh, she did? Okay.
I think that I have gone to great lengths to find out the
have
core.
Too.
Yeah, the truth nugget at what that is. And I read once that what it was that she had done some local modeling at a mall and either was wearing Diesel jeans, or like it was for Diesel jeans or something, but like for surely no, can anyone ever say that she like did commercial modeling for like a Diesel jeans catalog?
Well, Chris, you're in luck, because today you are talking to a former JCPenney bridal show model.
Okay, you tell me what, like, I've never modeled. You tell me.
When I was like 12,
oh my God,
and my mother worked at JCPenney's.
Yeah.
I got to be in the mall fashion show.
You said wedding? You said bridal? You're 12?
I wore the little like flower girl dress.
Oh my God.
Junior bridesmaid. Yeah. So I mean, if that's all it takes to get a modeling credential, I'm a model.
Now, did your mom sit down and make you watch like copious videos of Naomi Campbell and be like, swing your hips like this?
I'm pretty sure it was like an act of desperation. Like, we need somebody this size. Can you wear this dress?
And you were like, sign me up.
Yeah.
I
actually probably vomited, because I hate being the center of attention. So as a kid, I used to vomit all the time.
You're like, even still, there's a truck, there's a basket right here.
No, now I love it, oddly. But when I was a kid, I was like puking all over the place, but whatever.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I think that was always my theory. Like you, I always thought, okay, she was like in a mall fashion show or something. I think we're onto something. I think that's what happened. And Cody took and ran with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's in his spank bank. It's in his spank bank.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Just a thing. And just like the conversation about licking and watching her lick the fork is.
Well, and now he's talking about like a polygamist gets too much sex and a monogamist gets too little. Sorry, am I jumping ahead?
No, that is exactly. Yeah. Okay. He of course, yeah. It's always interesting what he's going to use the word as, a surplus of intimacy. Yeah. He says a polygamist gets too much intimacy. A monogamous doesn't get enough, but we know what intimacy means. What
I was stunned by this.
Okay, let's talk. And you can always only answer what you feel comfortable with. Like, what do you think is the essence of Cody and Robin's sexual intimacy like? Like,
do you really think I'd be too uncomfortable to think about this?
I mean,
here we go.
Yeah, like like what is it like? To me, it feels like he needs to be worshipped. Or do you feel like he needs to worship someone? Or is he a switch? Or like what?
So did you read Christine's book?
No, I didn't.
Okay, did you hear the part where she talked about how she had to give him a full body massage?
No.
Before having sex with him. He demanded it.
Oh my God.
And he would not give her one, obviously. Shocker. So I wonder if it begins with a full body massage. And then I think it's a real quick roll her over, P in the V, done, and that's it.
I hate P in the V, but thank you for saying it. But then okay, I think that you're okay. Then from that, then I would say that he then does give Robin a full body massage. I think Cody's an
incredibly selfish lover.
I think that he touches Robin more than he touches any other wife. Now, full body to Christine, because she loved him so much, probably meant she fucking got into the nooks and crannies. Now, Robin, when she first started, probably gave Cody the best blowjob of his goddamn life.
And then maybe
Robin doesn't give him the massages now that he requires.
Or
And
the
I think that
blowjobs.
he, in turn, probably tries to give Robin a massage to coax her into loving him the way she used to. Almost like, look at the way I touch you. Can you touch me like this again? I think that she...
Oh my God, that makes total sense,
I know.
Chris.
Isn't that so funny?
Wow.
Do I have some... What
It's
is
like you
my
were
gift?
in there with them.
Well, here's... No, what if listen, I got it. Some people get into her Etsy accounts, honey, and I get into that. I don't know. Yeah, I'm so fascinated, and I wish I wasn't, because it really speaks to A, how nerdy I am, B, how horribly curious I am, and C, how the lengths I'll go to really sit in the thought of someone else's life.
No, I think you're dead on, because I could see Cody trying to... Robin has changed. I'm dancing around this, but Robin has changed, probably because she's going through menopause. She's near menopause, whatever,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
It happens to all of us.
Me?
Okay?
Yeah, obviously. Yes.
So, and they've also been married almost 20 years. So,
Yeah.
like, her sex drive is probably not as robust as it once was. And you're right. I could see him spending his entire time just trying to coax her back into getting back to where they were. Let's put it that way.
So interesting. And then the other side of it also, though, is that some women get very turned on during this time in our lives.
Yeah, I don't see that with her.
And some men at this time, it's a downward spiral unless you're taking that blue pill or whatever the fuck they do
Right.
now. It's not blue anymore. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, him saying that he doesn't get enough intimacy in that, and was also very telling. Going over what they would need is very telling. And then I will say, we obviously, as the episode ends, we got to see the scenes for the next, which is the fact that Cody gets a DM. And I think it's always fascinating when any reality show star admits, breaks the fourth wall to admit that they are famous and on a reality show.
Mhm.
And kind of Meri did it a little bit in this. At first, she's like, I was, not to jump back, but she was like, yeah, I was dating someone. And then like he found out who I was.
Yeah.
And he got upset. And then she's blames polygamy. And she's like, well, it was because of polygamy. And I was like, did he find out about that? Or did he find out that you're Meri from Sister Wives? Like,
right. Did he find out like who you are?
That there's 20 seasons of watching your
Mhm.
entire life and people talk about it. I mean, just...
Yeah.
But in this case, Cody gets a DM because, of course, he's a famous person.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
on 90 Day Fiance, we get a lot of, this comes up too, that people get DMs, or whatnot.
Yeah.
And
it happened on Plathville. Do you watch Plathville?
No, I kind of wish I did.
Okay.
No.
Ethan's girlfriend DM'd him as a fan, and that's how
Yeah.
they began their relationship.
And it's why I think it's fascinating is what you just said, because all of these people are fans.
Yeah, it's wild.
Like, this isn't like... And I think that at the core, when we're talking about relationships, there's the power dynamic shift. If someone is sliding into your DM because they just randomly saw your profile and think you're hot, or you met them at a bar, or you met them on Hinge, and it's quite fucking different when you slid into the DM of someone that you have watched, especially in a reality show, like who you think has buried your soul in there. That's the power dynamic. And so here we are, Cody getting... the first time talking about getting a DM or being a famous person, or even like having an life outside of that, gets a DM on Instagram. And then Robin has to deal with the fact that women are going to be throwing themselves at him.
And Robin just stares him down. I don't know if we're being misled with the context here, but the looks are not looking. Oh boy. Oof, yikes. Her eyebrows are thinner. They do look better.
They do look better. Yeah. I don't know if she got them microbladed. The look I'm giving you right now, not me, but Robin, that I'm putting up, is of course from the dinner, because I can pay attention to that weird screen behind her. But her hair looked great. I think that, yeah, you're right that they got a publicist, because her hair's been looking good. And I remember, like, that's something that I think the publicist was like, you are never to be on TV with those eyebrows and that, and your hair not being happening, because they'll rip you apart on Reddit, and they certainly have, and they do.
And I think her doing this move where she's shy, which means she just never talks, is like, you're letting other people then write the narrative of who you are. She needs to start talking.
You are so right.
We need to hear it. I don't know if I want to, but we need to.
do you think the producers have come to her and been like, Robin, we have to have a scene in this season where you talk about the dolls, you introduce us to the dolls, you talk about why the dolls are there and what the experience of the dolls are. And Robin, maybe there's even a consulting producer, and this is really fucked up, Amy, and I'll just tell you, is like, Robin, the best thing to do is connect the dolls to some trauma from your past and make people feel bad for you.
Well, I was going to say she'll probably start talking about how she started collecting the dolls once Christine left. And then, maybe she was trying to replace these sister wives who forced her to be a monogamist.
I agree, but I feel like I know, but
oh, and they took all their children. So she needed to replace them. Even though she hates those fucking kids.
Even though I know, yeah, except for the one that would maybe babysit for her, and then she was
McKelty. Yeah, that's about it. She hates her now too, though. They don't talk to her. So
I know it. I know, because of what feels like was an over display of intimacy they had at Garrison's wedding.
Something went down at Garrison's funeral. Something went down. That's right. Something went down. We don't know what it was.
Funeral. Yes.
But something went down. And nobody really has articulated exactly what it was.
No.
I need to interview McKelty. We need to get her on a microphone spilling, because she'll spill.
Someone else has been on an eyebrow journey, honey. Anyway, but yeah. That I can't wait. So all of that coming up for the slowest moving show ever. I will say the final thing I want to say about this show is, because I think why I do love this show is that somehow the show still exists and nothing happens and everything happens at the same time. And not a lot of reality shows, I feel like, are given the grace or like to be able to allow nothing and everything to happen for seasons. Like, a lot of things like 90 Day Fiance feels obviously forced, contrived. They're like, do this, make this, you got to go to talk to the person. It's like, somehow it's almost like the show has been underwritten for the past 20 seasons by like an unnamed billionaire, where they feel like they don't feel like that they don't have to make anything happen because they don't have They
don't
have
to worry
enough
about
money.
ratings. They just can keep going.
But the ratings are there and things happen. And I am so fucking engrossed. This is my like, and I hate to say this because it feels choosy at this point, or chooky, my Roman Empire. I can like, I love it. I hate it. It's everything.
Same. I agree with you.
That's all I am. That's all I am.
Yeah. Sorry.
All right. Well, thank you so much for talking an hour about this show. This episode, I think, was only 38 minutes, actually maybe 48 minutes in total without the commercials. So thank you for talking.
Thank you for asking me to talk about. I'll talk about Sister Wives anytime. Just put a microphone in front of me and show up.
Yeah. You'll talk about Sister Wives anytime, like Cody will hear people talking about how great he is anytime.
Yeah.
All right, my love. Well, of course, Amy, you have an amazing podcast. It's called Little Miss Recap. You do the episodes of Sister Wives and 90 Day Fiance with Andrea, right?
Amanda.
Oh, I'm sorry, Amanda.
Yeah.
But who do you do? You do okay.
I do Sister Wives and 90 Day with Amanda.
Yes, and then who are you doing? The
special forces.
Yeah, almost like special ops again.
That's okay. My friend Axel.
Yes, I'm so sorry. Yes. That'd be great. Okay, well, I love that. Yeah, you have obviously such a great podcast, and you watch all the best shows, and you are in yourself hilarious and cool, and like a little vestibule of knowledge and obsessive,
kind of a nerd
love.
Over here.
I know. I'm gonna say nerdy love, which is why I enjoy talking to you about shows and stuff. And before I leave you, or before I have you go, though, any thoughts about HEA or Toe?
Oh, I'm not watching HEA.
Good to know. You're not on the happily ever ending.
I just can't.
Ever ending. Happily ever after.
No, you had it right the first time. Never
ending.
I'm liking Toe this season so far. It's good. Yeah. You're going to come over and talk with us about it.
I am.
Next week.
I can't wait to. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really liking it.
I agree.
I'm always here for Luke and Madeline. I mean, they're just wild. Madeline is crazy and I love her.
Yeah. And Manon and Anthony are,
Anthony
really
looks
intense.
Like somebody from Bob's Burgers, or like he was smushed. Something's going on with him, but they're fine.
Yeah, and his family hates her so much, and I love it. All right, my love. Thank you so much for talking and your Little Miss recap. Just go over all your socials and everything. That's
I'm at Little Miss Recap. I also have a murder show podcast called Murder She Watched, where we cover true crime documentaries. So you can find those, either one of those, anywhere you listen to podcasts or on Instagram.
Yep.
Or the Tick and the Talk.
And you have YouTubes.
I have YouTubes, yes.
You have all the things.
Yeah.
All right, my babes. Thank you so much for listening and watching. And we will talk to you later. Of course, I'm at Chris L. Farah on all of your socials. But I'm also doing Substack. That's fun. Of course, if you haven't yet, please like this video, subscribe, and comment after. And tell us what you're watching and what you like, and also what you thought of this episode and what you think if you're watching Cody on Special Forces.
Yes.
And also what you think his Roomba is going to look like when he's on Dancing with the Stars. All right. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.